scritti in francese.
Urban's music.
Fete, m-au rugat să le las pe un colț de stradă că ajung ele acasă. Știi? Și am stat așa cu grijă, am stat pentru copiii ăia, că mi-a spus să le las.
Bine, frate.
There's only one station that plays all the hits, not just some of them like all y'all other fools do.
Wine for me, darling. When you move your spine is alarming.
Then why you just
Big fat thing overflowing. Skin tight dress couldn't hold it. Way too thick like it's swollen. When you're too bad and you know it. When you drop down, lose focus. When that thing clap, that's a bonus. That cake looking appetizing. Backpack full, that's a crisis. Bring that body my way. Can't take it off my brain. Feel like you do ballet. Yeah, hold tight when you tiptoe. Say something when you tiptoe. No breaks when you push that back. Left, right, do it just like that. Hold tight when you tiptoe. Hey, yo, God bless you from behind it. One hand up like the Heisman. First class, even you're riding. One hand thing like it's mindless. Bring that body my way. Can't take it off my brain. Feel like you do ballet. Yeah, hold tight when you tiptoe. Say something when you tiptoe. No breaks when you push that back. Left, right, do it just like that. Hold tight when you tiptoe.
Wine for me, darling. When you move your spine is alarming. No one you just wine for me, darling.
Tryna figure out who to give love to. Acting like a you look on the last three. Ain't the one you been looking for.
Left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek. Tip top, tip top. Chain on, got me looking like a disco. Who that be? And that drop be my sorry. Who that be? Long gas at the Rari. Fresh vanilla smooth like a honey wine. At a sneaker from behind. What's your name? What's your sign?
Wine for me, darling.
You wanna dock in a fly out?
Wine for me,
You
darling.
wanna at least rent a buyout?
Wine for me,
Money keep blowing, swat. Tongue got your left shit showing, mama. Hip hop.
bring that body my way. Can't take it off my brain. Feel like you do ballet. Hold tight when you tiptoe. When you tiptoe. Say something when you tiptoe. When you tiptoe. No breaks when you push that back. Left, right, do it just like that. Hold tight when you tiptoe. Hold tight when you
Wine for me, darling. When you move your spine is alarming. No one you just wine for me, darling.
Ce sunt derulo, dragi prieteni, aici la matinalul numărul 1 de la Cluj.
Bună dimineața, încă o dată vă salutăm pe toți cu drag.
Ce rămâne să